Refraction of light at plane surfaces, part 2. So in the part 1, that means in the previous video, you learned about what is refraction of light, so which is the denser medium, rarer medium, and learned about what is the angle of incidence, angle of refraction, so reason for the refraction of light ray, and learned about the refractive index, related refractive index, etc. So in this class, now I am going to explain the activity, lab activity, to know the relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So the lab activity which is given in our textbook syllabus, relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So I have to write the aim. Aim of this activity, obtaining a relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So to conduct this activity, we require some material. So material required. So we need pro-circle, scale, Planck, semicircular glass disc, pencil, and laser light. So these are the semicircular glass slabs. This is called semicircular glass slab. So this circular disc, it is divided into 360 degrees, 360 equal parts. Each part is called degree. This is called pro-circle. So these are the semicircular glass slab, and that is the pro-circle. Now let us see the procedure of this activity. So first you have to take the Planck and place the chart or white paper on the Planck, and you have to place the semicircular disc or semicircular glass slab at the middle of the paper, and draw the border of the semicircular glass slab, and remove the semicircular glass slab, and you have to draw the perpendicular line, the vertical line, so to surface of the semicircular glass slab. So that is NN. This vertical line NN is called normal. Here O is called point of incidence. Now we have to arrange the laser light, which gives the thin beam of light. So this laser light incident on the semicircular glass slab at O, that means at point of incidence. So we know that this ray in the beginning travels through air and enters into glass. So air is the rarer medium and glass is the denser medium. So we know that when light ray enters from one medium to another medium, so it deviates from its path. That is called refraction of light. So this ray suffers from the refraction. Due to refraction, so this direction changes. Now you have to calculate the angle between incident ray to normal, that is considered as the angle of incidence, and similarly you have to find the angle between refracted ray to normal, that is the angle of refraction. So you have to do this type of activity for different angle of incidence values. So for example, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50, etc. So in each case, you have to calculate the corresponding angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. So note these values in this table. So this table contains some columns and rows. First column I. I means angle of incidence value. Angle of incidence means the angle between incident ray to normal. Second column R. R means angle of refraction. Angle of refraction means angle between refracted ray to normal. Third column sin I. Sin is the trigonometric ratio you learned in mathematics. So you have to find the sin I value. Sin of I in the first row, I means 20 degrees. So that is you have to calculate sin 20 value and note down that value in this box. So we can calculate the sin I value, sin 20, sin 30, sin 40 from the logarithm table book. Similarly, you have to find sin R values. So R means angle of refraction, in that activity we got the R values. So find the sin R. So in each row you have to calculate sin I by sin R. Sin I value divided with to sin R. So we'll get the sum answer. That is the equals to sin I sin R ratio. So in each row, so we'll get the sin I by sin R values. So when you observe the last column, so almost all sin I by sin R ratio in each row approximately equal. That means sin I by sin R is constant. So from the above table, we concluded that sin I by sin R ratio is constant for each case. Finally, we will get the ratio sin I by sin R as a constant value. So this constant value is equals to refractive index of the glass slab. Already learnt in the previous topic, refractive index denoted by the n value. So therefore, from this activity, so we got the refractive index of the glass slab n is equal to sin I by sin R formula. So from this activity, we got the relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction, and we got the value of refractive index of the glass slab, semicircular glass slab. Okay. So from the above activity, we can conclude that when light ray travels from rarer medium, air, to denser medium, the value of R is less than the value of I, and refractor ray bends toward the normal. So from this activity, from the values of the table, so we got the result. So in each case, I value is always greater than R value. Why? In this activity, light ray enters from air to glass. That means rarer medium to denser medium. So we know that due to change the speed of the light in the glass slab, refractor ray bends toward the normal line. So in each case, I is always greater than R. So that is the result of this lab activity. So we have one more activity. So same, this activity also used to know the relation between angle of incidence I and angle of refraction R. Same activity. So this activity also gives the same result. So now to conduct this activity, so let us take pro circle, arrange two straws at the center of the pro circle in such a way that they can be rotated freely about the center of the pro circle. So look at the picture. So this circular disc is called pro circle. So we took two straws shown by blue, violet color and red color. They are the straws. So you have to arrange the two straws at the center of the pro circle as shown in the figure. Next, adjust one of the straws to make an angle 10 degrees. Take a transparent vessel which is filled with water, immerse half of the pro circle vertical into the water. So first you have to arrange this red color straw. So there is a vertical line normal. So first you have to arrange this red color straw with normal 10 degrees, making 10 degrees. So and immerse this pro circle, half of the pro circle in the glass tumbler contains water. So we have to adjust this violet color straw coincides with the red color straw. So when you see these two straws in a same straight line. So but when you taking outside, this pro circle taking outside, actually they are not in a straight line. Why? Due to refraction, we feels that this violet color straw and red color straw in a straight line. But when taking outside, they are not in a straight line. This is possible due to refraction of the light. So when traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Okay. Take the pro circle out of the water and observe the two straws on the circle. We will notice that they are not in a single straight line. So when this pro circle in water, we feel that both straws are in a straight line, but when taking outside, they are not in a straight line. This is possible due to refraction of the light. So next you have to measure the angle between normal and second straw. So your red color straw is considered the first straw. This violet color straw is considered the second straw. So the angle between normal to this red color is considered as the angle of incidence I. The angle between normal to this violet color straw is considered as the angle of refraction. So we have to calculate angle of refraction values for the different I values. So note all these values in this table. I, R. I means angle of incidence, R means angle of refraction. So at the similarly as per previous activity, so we have to calculate sin I value from the logarithm table book, sin R, and find the ratio of sin I and sin R. We have to calculate the value of sin I by sin R. So note the values in the table. But after the completion of lab activity, we conclude that last column sin I by sin R is a constant. So that ratio is always constant. That is called refractive index of the water. In this case, water. So sin I by sin R value constant n. That is the refractive index of the water. So in this activity, light rays are traveling from water to air. That means denser medium to rarer medium. Okay. So from the above activity, we observe that angle of refraction R is greater than angle of incidence. Angle of incidence I. Why? So the angle of incidence means the angle between normal to red color which is in the water. That is the I value. Angle of refraction means the angle between that violet color straw to normal is the angle of refraction. That is in the air. So here light rays are traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. So therefore angle of refraction is greater than the angle of incidence. Okay. So from the above two activities, activity 1 and activity 2, we concluded that sin I by sin R, this ratio is constant. This is also equals to n. So finally there is a formula, n is equal to sin I by sin R. N also can be written as n2 by n1. In case of two different mediums, n2 by n1 is equal to sin A by sin R. This relation n2 by n1 is equal to sin A by sin R. This relation is called Snell's law. So by the cross multiplication, we got n1 sin I is equal to n2 sin R. This is called Snell's law. Okay.
Please do like, share this video and subscribe to our channel.